Sorry about waiting until the last minute to open up the door. I got a phone call that I was trying to help a student out. All right. This is not dirt proof. There we go. All right. CJ? Ian? If you go by a different name, just let me know. Amajay? Brent? Amajay? Avrayana? They get close enough with the pronunciation? Jacob? Here. Arino? Amy? Madison? Mackenzie? Brandon? Gannon? Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
And James?
Yes, I did.
Anyone's name I leave off? Who said physics before? Okay. Who said trig? Pre-calculus trig?
What
Right,
if you're
a couple.
currently taking it? What if you're currently taking it?
That's fine, it's not a requirement for the course, I'm just curious about what we're starting with here. So those, all right, so the trig again, I got distracted. Okay. All right. I will adopt the physics mentality of we'll teach you the math you need to know. Generally, that's a warning, but no. The trig, we're not getting into the complicated stuff. If you've done the pre-calculus trig, you've done far more complicated trig than what we need to do here. We're just doing right triangle trig. It is not complicated usually for 151 students who are, you have some math aptitude already. So, yeah. So the trig we will be doing is easier than the stuff that you had to do for pre-calculus algebra, which is a requirement. All right, so we're missing 2. I'm going to do a quick check just to see if they're still on the roster. And then I'll start my song and tap dance number. So we'll start out with some miscellaneous things. Orientation, I did a bunch of videos, so I don't have to go through all that right now. So watch the videos under Start Here, I believe it is, on the website. There will be a document that says orientation videos, and those are links. And then followed by the course entry assignment, which used to be called orientation assessment, but then I was told I have to call it course entry assignment. So I expect you to get 100% on that. Not many people get 100% the first time through, just because it's miscellaneous stuff. But if you get stuck on anything, just ask. Don't, if you're taking it for the 15th time, which a student claimed that she had done, probably should have talked to me sooner, asking me what the answer was to a question. And you have till the census date, which is next week sometime. It's on the syllabus what the due date is. Questions up to here? And I'm now just realizing that at the class I had yesterday, I never actually told them who I was. I guess they assumed. And you can see that the board has not been cleaned since before Thanksgiving. Dr. George Fox, my office from here is right through there. You've got, there's an equipment room, and then I'm just off to the right. If you're getting to my office from the outside, if you come up the stairs, you have the elevator right in front of you. Instead of taking a right to get to here, take a left, go down the hallway, then go down the other hallway, and I'm right before the emergency exit. So I think 256, Ardmore 256 is my office number. It's the one with the green dot on the door. And the phone number, I'm going off memory on this one, and I'm also assuming that you can see the faded red. I have had students in the past who have difficulty seeing certain colors. So if you're fall into that camp, just let me know and I will try to avoid that color. Now reading my handwriting is another story. But the syllabus has the correct information, just in case I remembered incorrectly. All right. All right, without a calculator, and don't do long division, what's the answer? Huh.
At least two.
I will agree with that. So we got a lower boundary now. I guess we have an upper boundary of this. I guess we can put some comments in there to give you a better idea. Now, I do something like this at the beginning of most of the classes, and usually I'm met by blank stares, and I don't know if it's fear or just not knowing how to do this problem. But this is a distinction between math class and physics class. I don't want to spoil it if someone wants to chime in with the right answer.
It's just that number divided by 143.
Yeah, how would you present that?
The 143 underneath with the line.
So 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 8, 9, 7, 8, 1, 1, 3. Just write it as a fraction. There's no need to put it in decimal form. So, improper fractions are your friend. Now, most people use calculators and would do decimal on something like this, and I probably would do a decimal too, but this is a legitimate answer to that problem. It's just improper fraction form. Significant figures. Who's a fan? Who's dealt with significant figures before? Most of you. I guess a half. No significant figures for either of you? You have done it?
Oh, no,
Signi-
I think so.
Okay. Oh, one other thing, which might have just come out just then. My hearing is not 100%. I've got tinnitus. Also, the masks don't help. Now, so that you can hear me better, I do have a silicone mouth guard. It's something to keep the mask away from my mouth. If you don't understand me well right now, it was worse before I got those, which doesn't really help you at all. But just be aware when you are talking to me, just speak clearly. So, I have had my hearing checked many times, and they say it looks pretty typical for someone your age. All right, significant figures. I got a love-hate relationship with them. I am going to talk about significant figures. There is an exercise that we're going to do first, but we are going to talk about significant figures, and I am not basically the first lab that you're going to do. I care about significant figures, but after that, I don't care about significant figures. So I'm probably going to spend more time on them now than I should, but probably not enough for some of you. But, you know, there it is. So give you just something to anticipate for later on today. Officially, this is lab class, and I think Thursday is regular class. I guess this is lab, and the other one is class. I was not going to just throw you into a lab first day, so we will talk more about that, I guess, for next Tuesday. All right, it's been more than 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start this other thing. I was trying to kill time, hoping that they would come in. The two people were missing. All right, so just to see where you are, I have a 30-question multiple choice assessment here. This is not for a grade. What I would like you to do is have a piece of paper that you will hand in to me. Please do not write on these. I'm trying to use these as long as possible. If there are any marks on it, please do not assume that they are marks indicating the right or wrong answer. Matter of fact, you might be able to gamble that any mark on here indicating an answer is probably a wrong answer. Except, unless you make that assumption, then it was the right answer. But please do not write on these. If there are any marks on it, please let me know when you hand this back in. When you're done, please bring it up to me. Don't wait for me to call all of them in. This way I actually can keep track of how many people are still working on it without having to go around and try to figure, is that person answering the questions to the test, or is that person doing something else? So it's just easier if you bring it up to me. And then we will talk about significant figures when this is done. Woo! Significant figures. Please take one and pass it back. And take one, pass them back, and then off to the side.